I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips and tricks with the world. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock, sharing all his English tips. Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
And risk is something that is not really, well, actually, it's quite appropriate for what I'm about to tell you. This week, on Tuesday, I received a message from Instagram saying, verify your account. And like an idiot, I pressed OK, and then I got hacked. So if you are one of the followers, the 55,000 followers who are following my @Kris Hagan official account, please report it and block it. To give you a bit more information, this guy then found my phone number and via WhatsApp sent me a message blackmailing me, asking me for money. Now, I spoke to some other people and they said, hey, but if you pay them, they want to have a good reputation. So if you pay them, they give it you back. A good reputation, you just hacked my account. So a good reputation is well out of the window. That isn't going to happen. Also, I want to say I'm very disappointed with Instagram and Facebook because they have no contact. They have a phone number that you ring which continuously says, I'm sorry we cannot take your call right now, please call again later. This message I've received now for 3 days. Also, the police do nothing. It's identity theft and blackmail, and the police can't do anything. It's not a crime. As you can hear, I'm having a little bit of a rant because I've never been so disappointed in a service in all my life. Because these 56,000 followers, so like I said, if you're one of these followers, block and report it. But these 56,000 followers, if this wonderful hacker does anything illegal on my account, they will think it is me, and it is not. So if anybody from Instagram or Facebook is listening to this podcast, or you know somebody who works there, please get in touch with me using the email address of these podcasts, which is krishaganpodcast@gmail.com. So now the depressing part is out of the way. Who've we got as our first guest?
Now it's time for Laura, sick to you by your Skype. She's at home in Nashville, couldn't find a flight. Laura likes to listen to the radio, but when it comes to music, she prefers it live. Laura, give for 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 Laura. Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for Laura, give for.
Hi, Kris.
Hello, Laura. Now, you've already told me what you're going to talk about today, so let's set the scene.
Absolutely.
Okay, off you go.
COVID-19, 2020. Unprecedented times. How many times in the past year have you read these words?
Too many.
How many times have you spoken them, typed them?
Every day, I think.
Right. No one has been unaffected by the past year. Some horrible things have happened. Some blessings have been realized. We all have our unique stories. When the world shut down, we all canceled plans. For me, that meant not attending live concerts. Prior to the shutdowns, I might have attended 2 to 4 shows a week.
A week?
From tiny hole-in-the-wall dive bars to historic auditoriums to hockey arenas. And I inevitably ran into someone I knew at every show.
Hey, you're a popular girl.
I mean, half the shows that I went to were those of my local friends and acquaintances anyway, so I was there to see the band that I knew. Do you remember the last concert or show you attended before the lockdown began?
The night before the lockdown happened, we had the B Comedy crew here in Milan doing the stand-up comedy in English. So yeah. What about you? Do you remember? I'm sure you do.
I do. And it was glorious. Have you ever heard of Webb Wilder?
Webb Wilder? No. Tell us about him. Who is it? Is it a man or woman? Don't know.
I first discovered Webb in the 80s via independent radio stations and street festivals in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
When he began here with the album It Came From Nashville.
Right.
Webb's name is John Webb McMurray. He's been described as a cult artist because he doesn't really fit into any category.
Oh, okay. Good. I prefer people who don't fit into categories.
Yeah.
More interesting. Less normal.
To try to summarize him as Southern rock is wholly incomplete. He's been inducted into the Hall of Fame of his native state of Mississippi, and he describes himself as equally versed in 2 worlds, rock and roll.
Mississippi is a sore subject for me, as that is where my hacker is from.
Really? No way.
But go on, continue, ignore me. Carry on.
Absolutely. His musical influences are as varied as it gets, which accounts for his eclectic and quirky style. Webb pulls from the country music of his Mississippi upbringing, from the British invasion, from surf music,
Oh, really?
and from the blues and R&B that he heard on his aunt's recording label. Lillian McMurray founded Trumpet Records in Jackson, Mississippi in 1951. Her goal was to give Mississippi Delta musicians who couldn't get to LA or New York to record access to a quality recording studio. By 1956, the label had folded, but not before they had made some important musical contributions, especially to the young John, who began playing guitar at 12. The Webb Wilder persona was born in the 80s in Nashville, when a group of student filmmakers cast McMurray in a comedy about a private eye who played rock and roll. The character, self-described as the last of the full-grown men, grew to be McMurray's professional persona. Following Webb in the 80s and 90s in Nashville was like being in a super exclusive club. If you knew, you knew.
A VIP.
Yeah. Several decades later, I have seen Webb in outdoor festivals, in local clubs, in auditoriums, and on virtual concerts in the past year. There's never a disappointing show, and that last pre-pandemic party was no exception. From career-spanning tunes like Poolside, Human Cannonball, Tough It Out, and if you were looking for a fool, to covers like Baby Please Don't Go. Every concert is upbeat, inclusive, and rockin'. Each show includes the Webb Wilder credo: work hard,
Okay.
rock hard,
Yep.
eat hard,
Always.
sleep hard,
Sometimes.
grow big, and wear glasses if you need them.
Seriously.
If that's not good advice, I don't know what is. I'm looking forward to seeing Webb again in 2021, and a whole lot of other folks, when we can all get together again.
Yeah, let's hope soon.
Wear a mask, get your vaccines, wash your hands, and keep a safe distance apart so we can do this again.
Well, our distance, Nashville to Milan, we're quite far apart.
All respect goes to the memory and honor of everyone who passed away, lost a loved one,
Definitely.
or are fighting incredible health issues due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We hope everything gets back to normal very soon. Thank you, Laura, and we'll see you next week.
Now we know something more about music. Thank you, Laura.
Now, in Laura's segment, she mentioned the verb to fold. Well, what does it mean? Do you know? How did she use it in what she was talking about? Now, as I'm sure most of you already know, the verb to fold means to bend something that's flexible. For example, a piece of paper. Okay, so you can get a piece of paper and you fold it. So you fold up the piece of paper. Also, fold means when you mix ingredients together gently. So you can fold the egg whites into the chocolate. I'm hungry. Also, fold means when you fold a piece of furniture. The same as a piece of paper, but furniture is bigger. So you have a deck chair outside on your terrace or in your garden, wherever you live, or on a beach if you're a lucky person and live next to a beach. When you put it away and you squash it together, let's say, you fold up the chair. So the deck chair folds flat. Now, Laura didn't use the word fold to mean that. What did she mean when she used it? She said the company folded. If a company or something folds, it means it stops working or operating because of financial problems, maybe bankruptcy, things like this. So when a company ceases trading or operating as a result of financial problems. So when Laura used it in her segment, she meant this, not folding it like a piece of paper. Now who's next?
She's from Australia.
Koala.
Or is it maybe South Africa? She doesn't know either, but one thing's for sure: she makes business English sexy.
Like a kangaroo.
It's Kelly Lawrence.
So Kelly's back. Kelly Lawrence. If you don't know her surname, it is Lawrence. No?
Yes, that's correct. It's Lawrence with a W.
Okay, with a W instead of a...
U.
Okay, fine.
Or without any.
I just spelled
It's a few
incorrectly,
ways.
totally. Okay, and what are you going to tell us about today? What businessy thing are you going to talk about today? Remember, only 5 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. So I was going to talk about some common mistakes during emails, when you're writing emails in business English, and also some advice. So first of all, looking forward, we use it a lot in emails. We say, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm looking forward to your response.
Okay, what does it mean? Just explain what it means if people who don't understand what to look forward to means.
Looking forward to is basically a way to say, I'm waiting for your response, or I'm happy to soon hear your response. Okay, so to look forward to is like, I can't wait, but in a more formal way.
And a formal way of being excited, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's very polite. But the most important thing with this one is that if you're using it with the verb after, it needs to be in the continuous form, needs to be in ing form. So you can't say, I look forward to see you, I look forward to read it.
The amount of times I've received emails with this, I look forward to see you. No.
In fact, exactly. And so it can't be like that. It sounds strange. It doesn't feel nice to read, and it's a very clear and common mistake. So just remember, you have to add the continuous form of the verb. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, I'm looking forward to reading it, I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Okay.
Also in the negative, remember.
Exactly. Well, I'm not looking forward.
I'm not looking forward to our meeting because you're going to fire me. Okay.
In fact, so this is the first one. Most common mistake that I come across is this one. Otherwise, going forward is to do with the first letter of the first line of the email. Now, I don't understand.
Times I've seen it small, it drives me crazy.
Yes, drives me crazy as well. I don't understand why, but it has to be capitalized. I don't understand why you wouldn't. It's the beginning of a sentence, so you have to have it capitalized. So you will say, dear all, this with capital T, okay? And if you're starting with I, it always is a capital, okay?
I is always a capital, always a capital.
So no mistakes to be made there. Very straightforward. So other than that, talking about capitals again, when we're talking about the closing line, you do not capitalize both of the words. So for example, if you say best regards, it's not capital B, capital R. It's capital B for best. Then regards is not capitalized. Okay, so this is another very common mistake. Also, you have to follow it with a comma. Okay, so best regards, comma, enter, and then you put your signature.
Don't write enter, just press enter.
Exactly, that's it.
Just to be sure. Enter, E-N-T. But enter needs a capital E or not? Okay, so what other options apart from best regards? Because I receive many emails with the same ending all the time. It's quite monotonous and boring. What other options can you give instead of best regards? What else could we write?
Yeah, there's a few. So you can just say best if you want to be more casual, especially after a few emails with the same person. Best wishes, you can say kind regards, all the best. Also fond regards if you want to say something new, or you can even say looking forward to hearing from you.
Oh, well, if obviously remembering the ing.
Exactly.
Not looking forward to hear from you.
Exactly. And going a bit backwards there as well, with regard to the opening, the first word of the opening has to be capitalized, of course, but the second word doesn't. Okay? Unless it's the name of someone. Okay?
Can I just add something there? Remember, never put sir, madam with sincerely. Remember, two S's don't go together.
Good, exactly.
Just my little insert there.
That's it. And also another one I wanted to add is do not say dear sirs. It sounds like an Indian scam email. It's been overused.
Give me your bank details. I'll send you €1 million.
In fact, so dear sirs is out. It's old-fashioned. It's in the past. Never use it.
To all those English people out there still using it, you're old-fashioned. You heard it from Kelly.
In fact, and going forward, there's another bit of advice I wanted to give you, and that was to include the word kindly when you want to make things sound politer. Okay, so instead of asking a question, for example, could you attach a copy? You could say, could you kindly attach a copy? And this just makes it sound a lot nicer and a lot more professional. You can add it everywhere. You can say, could you please kindly explain this to me? Could you please kindly CC somebody else into this email, etc. Now going forward into CC, what does that mean? It means you copied someone in. It's quite easily known in international language because it's basically when you want to add someone into your email. Okay, we actually call it CC'd with two capital C's. So for example, you want to say, look, I've CC'd you into this email because I wanted to da da da. You can also use the word copied. Okay, so this is just another bit of advice there.
Good. And can I use kindly when I say I want to kindly fire you?
Maybe not.
Got 3 seconds left. Go on.
In fact, so... Oh, okay, all right. Goodbye.
Now we love business, English short and so.
How weird that in this segment Kelly spoke about scam emails. Very appropriate for this week with my hacking problem. Now, she was talking about common mistakes when you're writing emails, and I just thought, I wonder what is the most popular letter. I mean, the letter people like the most in English. I looked online, I came across a few different surveys, etc. And the one that people hate the most, or let's say like the least, is the letter B. Don't know why, because beer begins with B, and I quite like beer. But the letter that everybody seemed to love the most was the letter Z. Z, remember, is British English, and Z, if you're American, with an American accent. Z, I can't pronounce it. So, Z was the most popular, the most likable, because they say that if you use the word Z in a word, it makes it look more exciting, more fantastic. Apart from if you're talking about the Blitz, I'm sure, makes it sound more aggressive. So tell me, what is your favourite letter and why? Send me an email, let me know. Who's next?
Jonathan, talk to us about food around the world. Jonathan, Canadian, their best export after Justin Bieber.
We have Jonathan Nix with us again, the Canadian who told us in the last episode that Canadian cuisine doesn't really exist. And today he's going to talk about something else, and he has got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Off you go, Jonathan.
Fantastic, Kris. This is actually a relatively recent aspect of Canadian cuisine. Mm-hmm. And by recent, I mean the last 60 years or so.
Okay,
the history of Canada not being terribly long. What do you know about pineapple on pizza?
That is delicious.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to
not
hear you
Italian,
say that.
so.
Yes, you're not Italian. Fantastic. I ask this question often, and I receive always the same response. A curled up face, just usually the words gross. Mm-hmm. I can't believe you would ever think about that. What a travesty, a disaster. Please leave my house.
It's a crime. It's worse than having COVID in this place.
I agree, yeah. But in fact, it is truly wonderful if done correctly. For instance, I met a young Englishman a few years ago, and he described his experience of pineapple on pizza.
You're not talking about me when you tell you.
No. I said young.
Love you too.
Basically, what he received, and I fear this is the idea that many people have in their minds when they do receive pineapple pizza, is they had a round bread warmed in the oven, cold syrupy can poured on top with little bits and chunks of over-sweet syrupy pineapple. Disgusting.
Now the fruit cocktail version from Africa.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that version. Instead, there's a lovely little gas station outside of a town called Penetanguishene, just north of Toronto. Penetanguishene. It's about 2 hours north. These teenagers in this gas station have figured out the perfect way to add pineapple to pizza. Mm-hmm. Now, I won't spill the beans here, but I will give you just...
Spill the pineapple.
Exactly. I will give you a brief rundown now of how this thing came to be. It is uniquely Canadian.
Right.
Because it was created by a Greek immigrant.
Okay.
So that's
in Canada or in Greece? Where did he?
In London.
Okay.
Ontario.
Huh?
Indeed.
You have a London in Ontario?
Yes, of course. We used to have a Berlin, but we get around.
We're not going to Manchester?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We can found it.
No, in fact, it wasn't created in London, although the creator did eventually move there. San Panopoulos, his name. 1930 something, I believe he was born. He came by ship, of course, at the time when he was around 20 years old. They stopped in Naples. Naturally, at the time, I guess you had to refuel every now and then, Naples being a port city, also the city of pizza. He was inspired. And then he arrived in Canada and went to the very far north of Ontario, Sudbury, to work in the coal mines, as one did as a young immigrant at the time. There was not much else to do to earn money. Of course, bringing his family over, he had brothers. They were farther down south in Ontario. Eventually, they started a restaurant together. At the time, now we're talking late 50s, early 60s, nobody in Canada had heard of pizza.
Right.
But Daring Sam, the Greek Canadian, was in Detroit and saw what some of the, I assume, Italian immigrants were doing over there. And he said, you know what, this could work. This could work in Canada even. So in Chatham, Ontario, they had their restaurant, the satellite restaurant. And one day, I guess they had too many cans and he didn't know what to do with it. It was a brand called Hawaiian pineapple.
In fact, in England, it's called a Hawaiian pizza.
Well, he named the pizza after the brand of canned pineapple.
Right.
So he called it the Hawaiian pizza. And it's just a tomato sauce mozzarella pizza with Hawaiian brand canned pineapple, hopefully with the syrup taken away. And then he's put some cooked ham on it. At first, of course, nobody tried it. And then it became very popular all over the world.
Yeah, so the Hawaiian pizza is actually from Canada.
Yes, it is. Created in Chatham, Ontario in 1962 by a Greek immigrant.
It's my parents' favourite pizza.
It is a fantastic
I wonder if they'll
pizza.
still like it if I tell them if it's Canadian.
Good question. Where do they think it comes from?
Hawaii?
No.
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 In fact, I thought it was strange that they eat pizza in Hawaii. I thought it's a bit too hot.
No. I don't know. I imagine they eat lots of fish and rice and all that sort of thing. And now you can find probably all over the world except for Italy this delicacy. I believe it was actually claimed to be the #1 selling pizza in the world.
Just not in Italy.
Just not in Italy, no. It's a travesty here, but that's okay.
But you've never met an Italian who's tried it?
Well, not until recently.
Okay.
But I'll save that for next time.
Okay, you can tell us about that next week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and see you next week.
And now we're hungry. Thank you.
So if you've never tried a Hawaiian pizza before, go out and get one. Or make your own. Now that we're talking about food, I want to tell you something about the royal family. The royal family likes a good takeaway every now and then. It's known that the Duchess of Sussex loves French fries. She's gone on record saying she loves French fries and she could eat them all day long. That's chips to you and I. Well, French fries are little skinny versions of chips. Not real chips, in my opinion. But she still has a good figure, so I'm guessing that she still works out. Now, the Queen, when she stays at Balmoral, likes to go down to the local chippy. Well, not herself, obviously. Could you imagine the Queen going down getting some fish and chips wrapped up in some newspaper with her face on it, maybe? You never know. Depends what's in the news that day. She sends a footman. A footman goes down to collect her meal, let's call it, from the local chippy. Now, foods that they can't eat, they're not allowed to eat garlic for obvious reasons because it stinks. And also, they can't eat shellfish because there is a high possibility that they could get poisoned. Probably not deliberately. I'm sure nobody's out there to poison the royal family. I'm definitely not, just to go on record saying that. So shellfish is one of the things that the royal family don't eat, as well as garlic. Also, I was surprised to learn that they don't really eat pasta. They don't like starchy food. And obviously they're not allowed to drink tap water when they're abroad. You don't want to get deli belly now, do you? Now I was about to say who's next, but you've already heard the other three, so guess who it is?
Introducing Mimi Melendez, mixing cocktails from Miami to New York. People blame her for getting legless just cause she mixed it. She didn't pour it down your throat.
No, she didn't.
Remember to leave her a tip.
Now Mimi is back, Mimi Melendez,
Hello.
our wonderful mixologist. And so, if you remember in the last podcast, she ran out of time. But because I'm nice, I said, listen, you can carry on in this one. But obviously it means you have one less topic in the future. And so, you're going to give us bar lingo number 2. I will start the timer now. To be
Oh,
nice.
the pressure.
Under
Okay,
pressure.
so we're going to continue where we left off last time. And my first word of the day for bar lingo is clopening. Do you have
Who?
any idea what
Clopening?
Clopening. Clopening is
No.
a type of shift many bartenders and servers have to work, which basically is a closing shift and then immediately after an opening shift. So you're basically doing a clopening shift.
My
You
God.
probably don't have a lot of time to sleep.
Especially if a bar. Bars are open all the time. aren't they?
Exactly. Sometimes you just get a break. You don't even have time to go home and sleep if you're doing this clopening shift.
Never heard of clopening before.
Okay. The next word is cut.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so no, it doesn't mean actually like we're getting
Circumcised.
No, not even close.
I know.
It's a little better than that. It just means that you've been told that you have to go home. Your shift is over. Usually, it means that you're leaving earlier than normal. So I could say like my manager just cut me. That
so
means
you have to
I'm
leave
going
early.
home.
But do you
Yeah.
get paid still?
Until the minute that you worked.
Okay.
And
So
that's
if they're
it.
short on your if they cut your shift,
You're
you
SOL.
don't get it.
Can I say SOL? You're SOL. Okay, the next couple of words have to do with ordering. And we have double, dirty, and dry. Okay?
Okay. Double and dirty sound a bit sexual.
And
Go
so
on.
does dry, right?
Well, hopefully it's dry after,
well,
but-
as you know, a lot of bar lingo does sound kind of sexual. So double just means twice as much alcohol, obviously.
And triple means 3. I'm guessing.
3 times, that's right. Which, by the way, you probably have to pay for that. It's not free. Some people seem to think that. Dirty, do you know this? Like a dirty martini?
I've heard of it, but I don't actually know what it means.
It
no.
just means that it has olive juice in it.
Olive juice.
Sounds terrible. Some people
Sounds
love it.
revolting. Doesn't sound terrible. My God.
Yes.
Olive juice in a drink.
It's totally a thing.
Okay.
Don't get me started on pickle juice.
Olive oil or olive juice?
Juice, like from the jar.
Okay.
That
nice.
Yeah, that dirty water.
We won't be trying that later.
Okay. And then I said dry. Dry just means not a lot of vermouth or less vermouth than normal. So like also a martini, which has vermouth in it, you can order it dry.
It sounds like it's a drink with no liquid.
It does sound like that, but it's, I don't know why they even call it dry, but it just means less vermouth than normal. Okay, so the next one, I'm sure you've heard of it, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it, and I'm sure a lot of people have had it. It's the hair of the dog.
I've never actually needed to.
Oh.
I don't get a hangover.
Oh.
You felt sorry for me.
I did.
No, I never get a
did.
hangover. Never.
Wow, that's amazing.
The joy of being half Irish and half English.
Oh, that's true. That you don't have blood. It's just practically
Just
alcohol.
alcohol.
Oh, okay. Well, for those of you who need a little pick-me-up the next day, you need to get rid of that hangover. The hair of the dog is the solution, and you're just basically drinking again to get rid of... Isn't it like a negative and a negative cancel each other? Or negative and a
Supposedly.
positive cancel each
No,
other? Something like
two
that,
negatives
right?
make a positive.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
That's
two
what
bad
I was getting
things
at.
make it better.
Great.
Not for everything. That's not advised, by the way.
All right. The other expression is in the weeds.
In the weeds?
Yes.
So this is when you pass out in a garden somewhere?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Let me give you a clue. I can't take your order right now. I'm in the weeds.
Ah, okay. You're too busy. You're stuck.
Yes,
You
that's
can't.
right. I'm
Okay.
super busy at the bar. There's so many people that I need to take care of before yours.
They need to
before
employ
your
more
order.
staff then, is what your response would be if you
That's
were the
right.
customer
No,
with
well,
me.
yeah.
We've had that experience in the
Yes.
past.
Yes. Okay. The other thing is marrying.
Marrying?
Yes.
Okay, you're getting married in a bar.
You can,
In
but
America.
also you can marry alcohol. And what that means is basically you're just combining 2 bottles of the same liquor into one.
To marry, the verb, in fact.
That's
to bring
right.
2 things together.
That's right.
Or 3 in some cases these days. Okay.
Yeah. The next one is really important.
Got 30
so
seconds left.
Everyone listen up. And the last word is last call.
Okay, perfect.
Please listen when the bartender says it's last call, because that means it's your last opportunity to order a drink before they close. Don't say that we didn't warn you.
Okay, good. And go on, give us one more. You've got 15 seconds. Go on, you can do it.
Okay, I think I can do this.
Go on.
This one's an easy one. It's on the fly.
On the fly. Which
Is it
means-
easy? Not easy?
don't know.
It just means really fast. I need it now. I need it stat.
Perfect. Like now you're on the fly.
That's right.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next podcast.
That's right.
Bye.
Mimi Menendez, a mixologist.
So that was today's podcast. Now, if you know anybody on Instagram or Facebook who can help with my hacking problem, get in touch. The usual email. Or if you just want to say hi, remember the email is chrishaganpodcasts with an S because there's more than one at gmail.com. Now it's just time to say jingle. See you next week.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
Is an anagram of risk.
Kris